Hello, everyone! Welcome to Utopia and Dicey Amazons. We are co-streaming live on both channels and playing more vampires for charity for hashtag BIPOC Vamp Day. Thank you so much for being here. Please support both channels. Exist in chat wherever you want to be. If you're a baller, I bet you I'm going to see Mitzi in both chats because they're amazing and we love them. But yeah, it's hashtag BIPOC Vamp Day, and we have been running shows all weekends long for a charity for Sickle Cell Disease Association of America. To be honest with you all, our final goal was Mimi, and we thought 666 and 69 cents was going to be a stretch because it's only 2.5 days of streaming, and y'all did it. Y'all did it in 2 days. So now our new goal is $800.85. And if you don't know what that is, I need you to look up calculator speak and then don't tell me how old you are.
You're obviously too young.
Yeah, last night I'm like, I don't know what we need a new goal, head empty, and it was definitely Mariam's idea. Mariam proposed that number, and I was like, that's my vote, but I think I'll put a poll out, and everyone is very ambitious. You're telling me we have to raise another $300? Like the poll's actual results and what the goal should have been was $969.69, I believe. Nice.
Yeah.
So hopefully, I mean, it's there. I made an executive choice because I'm mature and super gay that we'll start with 800 and see how we go. For those of you who don't know, Sickle Cell Disease Association of America is the nation's headquarter for sickle cell disease, and that's the Twitch command. You're probably going to put that in chat, so I'm not going to read that one. But September is Sickle Cell Awareness Month, and we're raising money for the Sickle Cell Disease Association of America. If you don't know, sickle cell disease is a group of inherited red blood cell disorders common among those whose ancestors come from sub-Saharan Africa, Spanish-speaking regions such as South America, the Caribbean, the Central America, Saudi Arabia, India, and the Mediterranean. Basically, the beautiful global majority. It is a disease that affects us, so it's important that we raise money and support people who are affected by it. Those with sickle cell disease experience chronic pain and other serious problems such as infection, acute chest syndrome, and stroke. You can definitely help if you have the spare cash and availability by donating !charity in the chat if you want that to linky link. We appreciate you for being here. And with that being said, let's do a quick intro. Let's talk about the return of the Diceys, who have been busy because life's a bitch sometimes, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna pass it to Candy, and Candy will pass it along after Candy's intros. Go ahead, give us you personally. Who is Candy? Why are you here? And maybe who are you playing?
Alrighty. Yes, I am Candy. I might sound a little weird because I have fangs. I am the executive producer of Dicey Amazons. And yes, we are back after several months hiatus. But I am also the designer for the game that we are playing today, Cutthroat. So I really do hope you enjoy. And let's see, what else? I am playing. Yes, I am playing Tavi Duskwood, she, they pronouns. And she is an actor at the Ages Entertainment Complex, which is owned by Mark. And she's trying to make it big time.
You would you say you are a dramatic actor? Like, what kind of actor are you?
Yeah. So they are a bit extra. Maybe a little dramatic, but definitely will be a bit extra. Trying to make it to the big time. So
love it. For my sanity, briefly, can you all rename yourselves in Zoom with those sweet character names and pronouns? I love you dearly and would appreciate that. And I'm going to put the pressure on Unica to also do that simultaneously and introduce yourself. Ha ha ha!
Wow.
I
Wow.
talked a big game and I was like,
You
do I
talked a
get to
real-
bully Unica on
Yeah.
stream? So now like I gotta step it up. I do. Here's my bullying.
This is actually happening. Yeah, so my name is Pi or Unica, and don't remember for future meetings. Boom, got it changed. What were we talking about?
Who you
Who
playing?
you are?
us about
I
you.
am Pi. Pi is me, and we are all together. Yeah, we're all together. So yeah, I'm Pi, head producer over at Dicey Amazons. I'm very happy that we are back, and I'm very happy that we're doing this co-stream because this has been like, I feel like over a year in the making of like us just talking about it and like not being able to like make the plans when the schedules and the things happen. Today I'm going to be playing Dylan Lovelace. Dylan just started at Ages and is just not trying to break anything. I just got here, light technician, and I'm just trying to stay out of the way, and I don't want to get fired. My first 90 days because I heard this is not a right to work state.
With that, who do you want to pass it along to?
Let's go to Christy.
Hi, I'm Christy. I am just me. I'm a teacher. I am one of the founding members of Dicey Amazons. Occasionally, I throw up a show called Dicey Science because I'm a science teacher and that is my love. We just moved, so that has been crazy. And this summer, I actually published my very first romance novel. So that was fun working on the second one. Today, I'm playing Anita Darling. She is a writer for Ages, and she's been there about a month, and really she's just, oh, look at her. She's just trying to curry some favor with Mark and making sure that all of her skits get shown throughout the Ages, and that's all she wants, is to make sure that her stories get told.
I relate to that, Anita. Thank you. I'm excited. Last but certainly not least, thank you so much for being here, B.
Yeah, thank you for having me. Y'all, I am B Zelda, they, them. I'm a podcaster, streamer, writer, community manager. I do it all. I like to wear a lot of hats, although today I am woefully without a hat. So instead, I have vampire fangs on, which kind of like a hat. It protects your teeth from nothing. So I'm joining y'all playing Marceline Bubblegum. Yes, it is absolutely an Adventure Time reference. I've got the pink hair, it felt very bubblegum, but I'm also a vampire, so it felt very Marceline. Marceline, she is originally the video editor at this here corporation. She hasn't been working here very long, but she dreams to be an actor, so a little pushy, a little perfectionist, a little needy, naggy, annoying, persistent, but also she gets what she wants. So there's no issues with it.
Oh, type A. Okay. Okay, so for the audience's sake, we are playing Candy's game Cutthroat, and the setting here is these obviously are all vampires. They are less than 3 years old. I actually don't think any of you chose to be over a year old at this point.
I'm 13
like-
months, so that's very close.
My.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was thinking people were gonna go higher. I didn't think people would go very low, but
Y'all
No.
new babies, new vampires.
Big babies.
Babbies. You've been working at the Ages, this wonderful theater, for less than 2 months. The Ages is a large entertainment complex comprised of several buildings linked with an extensive network of underground tunnels and rooms, very apt for vampire hiding. The buildings have themed rooms throughout world history. Guests can take tours of the Ages, see skits of historical events, and even dress up and enjoy history firsthand with the provided costume closets. Candy, do you LARP?
no, actually.
I feel like you wrote a game about vampires LARPing.
Pretty much.
I love it. Yes, it's dinner and a show.
Yep.
Yeah, the Aegis is owned by a centuries-old vampire named Mark, although spelled like Merc.
Yes.
And that makes me nervous. Do I have to play a badass? I'll pretend. In this game, y'all are gonna work at the Aegis, and you're trying to gain the favor of Mark to nab an open spot at the main stage in the most popular building at the Aegis, and to not get fired. You want to work with and learn from the best? That is what you need to be. Make enemies and allies by sabotaging or assisting new fellow vampires, but only one can come out on top. Wow. So like not all of you are actors. So like what does the top mean for you?
I mean, Marceline wants to take Tavi's spot 100%. So, you know, no pressure, Tavi.
Wow.
How known do you think you make your ambition?
Oh, incredibly so.
Oh,
You know,
and
clickety clack heels on the floor so like everybody knows when I'm coming and they can like hide and like not make eye contact because nobody wants to deal with Marceline.
why does nobody want to deal with Marceline? Just the uptightedness?
Perhaps, yeah. They can be
Okay.
a lot.
I think Mark likes a lot. How does Tavi feel about Marceline's presence? Very known presence.
A little nervous. I've definitely heard of Marceline.
Of
And
course.
so I've been like, my item that I have is another script that I'm writing. Like I'm like so ready to be in the big time at the Ages. And so like I know about every person who might be, you know, trying to get there and, you know, my competition.
Hold on, are you writing your own script? Does Anita know this?
Nobody
Not
knows
aware.
this.
Oh,
Nobody knows this. So it may get whipped out at some point.
Not whipping out the script. That sounds dramatic and apt for the game. Let's see. Dylan, do you have a go-to like coworker, or I guess you're shadowing everyone because you're so new?
Yeah, I came here because I just really just want to try to blend in. I don't really think that I don't have any like really like I can't sing. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't really. I've got two left feet, you know. But I did hear that this like amazing like stage director worked here, and I want to eventually like meet that person. And so I heard that they, you know, that this is it's the way to do it. So, you know, I don't want to my two left feet to like, you know, get in the way of any goings on. You know, I just want to, you know, keep my trusty tool belt with me and make sure that, you know, everyone's in adequate lighting.
Aw.
Dope. Adequate lighting.
Right.
I just want to set the ambiance, says Dylan. Yeah, Anita, how long do you think you've been writing?
Well, it's definitely one of the vestiges from my human existence. And really then I was a little too timid to try and get them, you know, after many rejections from agents and publishers and other movie, you know, production houses and stuff like that. You know, I wasn't so pushy then, but now, you know, I'm dead, so what the hell? So the idea that my stories are going to get told no matter what here is really what I want. All of the scripts should have at least a little bit of me inside of them. And there's no way, you know, so long as I don't have these stinking actors taking my words and butchering them, it should be fine.
It's true. Written stories would be the true immortality. So it makes sense that a vampire is drawn to that aspect. Okay, so part of the game is semi-prep is kind of setting up we want to choose which room you all are going to be exploring and being a part of in terms of this very large theater company, and then you had to choose a mystery. And because you all love me and I've been busy doing other things, I'm pretty sure we didn't talk about that until like 10 minutes ago. So I believe we chose a Victorian room.
Mm-hmm.
And we do have a very comical mystery that we're going to have to solve in order to make Merc proud. Okay, so room time, Victorian room. I'm going to pretend like I just know Victorian era. I literally only know like Carmilla. I know lace happens. People dramatically fall over.
Yeah.
Swooning.
All of
Swooning
that.
is the term.
Chairs. Yeah.
Yes.
Fainting chairs. Yeah.
Indeed. Okay, so room theme, you start filling in the world adventure using the additions from the troop. Okay. Oh, it's your responsibility. You have to tell me a piece of the room. I'm going to start with you all. Who wants to go first and tell me what's in this Victorian themed stage setup?
There is the longest table. It's almost unreasonable how long this table is. And the idea is like whoever sits at the head of the table is like a mile up there, and everybody else is down there at the bottom, and you can't be heard, only seen. It's a horrible setup, but like the table is really nice. You know, like 35 trees had to die to make that table.
Mhm.
Last Supper has nothing on this table.
Nah.
Got it. Okay.
Right. Think like lots of carving and like gilded inlays and lots of food, right? So even though vampires can't really eat food, it's there to show off their prosperity. And you've got these ornate goblets filled with blood, or at least what looks like blood for the people coming in.
There
Love
are
it.
lighting the entire room are these candles that have like these like kind of delicate I guess like wax textures, but they're not really needed because like they're actually LED candles because we're energy efficient in here because reasons and such. But because
Ellie's
also
really
because of that,
changed you.
you have to be. Yeah, so yeah, they're energy efficient, but because they are, we can control the light. So everyone has like a nice lighting that is individualized for each person that sits at a chair, because there's a light like above them. And so like the way with math and science and angles and such,
Yeah, we know.
Mm-hmm.
Did you bring the photometer today?
The what?
Photometer, it measures the amount of light. No, okay, sorry.
I was gonna say protractor, but I think what you got going on is probably better.
Yeah, angles and science and such.
You said math and science. You opened that door.
I
Set
did.
yourself up for that.
I opened the
And then the
door for me
scientist.
to just slip.
Good at you.
It's okay. I don't teach that until May. It's fine.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so we got a really obscenely long table that's very ornate. We have energy efficient, highly customizable at the click of a button on your phone lights. So we got the mood. We've got at least the main centerpiece of the stage. What else is in here?
In one of the corners, there is a sort of large fireplace with like a seating area that has at least 2 fainting couches.
Ooh, and I need
Oh,
like
yes.
one tall back red velvet chair too.
Yeah,
You know?
I love it.
This is amazing. Okay, so like, would you say this room is kind of set up because the age is open, right? So open for consumption in the audience members. So like, how busy do you want to? Is this a here's a formal scripted out kind of setting, or is this kind of like truly the actors in this room are freeform LARPing throughout the scenes?
I feel like this one would be freeform LARPing. Like we actually have some guests like dressed up in this whole thing. So,
Piece.
yeah.
Okay.
I feel like from the actor's perspective, it's LARPing, but from the writer perspective, it's not meant to be.
Oh,
That is so great. And then
There's some
Marceline's going
tension
around
there.
setting like Tavi, put your back up straight. We need this. I can't edit this in post. This has to be done right now. You there with your bad shoes. Wipe those off of the cover. Wipe those off at the front.
Sorry. I was just here to, I just got a call about the light. One of the bulbs was out. Sorry.
Okay, make it quick.
Okay.
Oh, okay. How busy would you like it to be in terms of the audience coming in to view? Not the ones who like, there's the upper echelons who like have buku money, so they paid to LARP with you all, but then there's just like the casual people who are here to observe.
I'll let y'all decide that one.
So I will say it's tied to like, obviously Mark, the owner of this place, is very, very keen on popularity, notoriety, and that cash dollar, right? So it's not the most popular setting, but I will leave it up to you, like how in the foot, you can have your foot in the door, but how far do you want to be? How popular do you want to be right now?
I'd say it's probably a weekend. And so it's pretty popular at this point. So I'd say maybe, you know, like for this one, maybe about 30 people in the audience.
Ooh.
Okay. I think you see, you know, you're going through, you're being dramatic, you know, Marceline's bossing around more, taking a little more executive control and liberties than they should be. But overall, the show has been running smoothly. The audience feels well immersed and is enjoying the cohesion of this situation. And it's not an experience you get to have all the time. Like most movies, you just sit down, shut up, and watch, right? So like this is new. So Mark has heard about this piece that you all have been setting up in the Victorian stage, but hasn't come to view it yet. I think we enter the scene where in comes a very stately Black gentleman. I think today he walks in wearing an eye patch, a very wide-brimmed black cowboy hat, a high-collared beige trench coat, and he's smiling bigger and more emotively than you've seen him smile before. And you definitely know this do be the Mark. And he kind of sits down along with the rest of the passive audience to just observe what's going on. While you all are engaging in your micro scenes, maybe you're starting to set up the dinner chunk of the table, and you notice one of your fellow actresses. You know her as Tasha Song, a slender Asian, South Korean, you know, kind of woman, and she's got a frilly, laced up corset, kind of waifish figure with this dress, and she's known for being dramatic. She's known for having a high improv energy to these scenes, but like dramatic in more of a way that she's in competition with Marceline's energy. She's very like bossy and wants to set the tone. And today she's very quiet. You notice like maybe she's very pale, and usually makeup is even more pale, but to accentuate all the features. But you start to see like a little flush creep up into her neck. And you see she walks away from the very elongated table and heads over to one of the fainting couches and dramatically falls over with a and then passes out.
Anita, is this a part of the script? I don't remember reading this.
Actors are always taking such liberties. No, of course it's not a part of the script. Why won't y'all just stick to it?
Oh my God, because your script is not. It's fine. It's fine. Who's the one I yelled at earlier? Dylan, I think that's what the name tag says. Go check on that one who's fainted.
Okay. All right. And I'm gonna go and barely tap on her shoulder. Ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay?
No movement. Do you have D6 handy with you?
I do.
Yes. Go ahead and roll me a D6 for funsies.
Okay. 5.
Okay. Despite you being nervous and barely tapping on her shoulder, you do notice no movement, very cold to the touch, and you do notice up her neck is a strange rash of sorts, and she's not responding to your inquiry.
Okay. From there, I'm gonna turn back to Marceline and say, she's not moving. I think that we should probably call someone. I don't think this is a part of the script. I don't know. I just got here. I don't think this is a part of the script though.
Anita, is this part of the script?
Told you, weren't you listening before? Of course not. You're an actor. You're an editor. Nobody listens.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna pull out my walkie-talkie and like talk to my manager and say, we need someone here. Someone has, I think someone might not be living, but for real. I don't know what to do. Please help me.
Did Tavi hear any of this, or is this just...
So right around that time, Tavi's actually at the other end of the room, and so doesn't hear the conversation, but notices that something is going on, and thinks that it was Tracy, right?
The name,
Tracy?
I think it was
Tasha.
Tasha.
Yeah.
So notices that Tasha has, kind of fallen out, and thinks that Tasha is trying to maybe steal the show.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
And so Tavi kind of saunters over and goes, what's going on over here?
I mean, she came over here and she laid down, and then she's not moving. So we're gonna call in the manager and see what we can do from here. Ma'am.
What,
And I go,
did somebody say manager? No. We have this under control. Tavi, take her spot. I'll take your spot. It's fine. I'm ready.
Okay.
No, you can take her spot. I'm fine. Thank you.
Fine.
Why change 2 people when you can just change 1?
I mean, my makeup is kind of the same as yours, so I thought it was just gonna work. I should apply some more blush. Dylan, bring me the blush.
Where is the blush?
I don't know. Isn't that your job? Lighting and highlighting and blush, right?
No.
What do you do?
I mean, the lighter,
don't, you know what? I have to go over the script with you anyway. Here, let me bring you the makeup kit. Whatever.
Perfect.
Hard. Just put a little extra. Yeah, I don't do this makeup, but whatever. Highlight. Right. That's the stuff that goes on the cheekbone. Yeah. Okay. Whatever. Cheekbones. Okay. So here's the deal. If you're going to take over her spot, though, you have to make sure that you stick to the script. Look, there's none of this extra dramatics. You're supposed to be playing the lady of the house, which means that you need to be demure, which means that you need to be welcoming and the best host ever. Please make sure that you stick to the script.
Welcoming,
I realize that
demure.
they're going to be giving you feedback and they're coming in and they're doing things. But again, your character is the best host ever. You got it, Miss Lee?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do what my mom used to do when people would come in. And Marceline straightens her back and then starts to glare at the first, person, LARPer who is paid $300 to be in this room with us. You there, sit down right now. Well, not that chair, the one over there. Thank you. Okay, I think I got this.
Oh, good. Actors.
Dope. Okay, the scene is set. Your problem is here. I think Mark notices the tension that is happening, and it is not Stagely is starting to wonder what is happening here, and you do all seem to be a little on edge. So he is watching you warily. He won't break character because obviously it's a busy night and he doesn't want anyone else to know that he sees what's up. But it's up to you. You got to figure out what the heck is going on with Tasha, and you still have to keep the eyes of your audience and Mark. The way this game works is you all started with 5 tokens that represent your job security. Should you lose all of your tokens in this game, you can still play and try to regain your tokens, but like the obvious goal is to make more of those tokens happen. Let's see, with 4, we're gonna shoot, like, it's a live stream, so we'll shoot for, I think 4 players is written as 8 turns.
Okay.
But you know, to the stage and to the time, we are limited. So a turn, each player gets to do something during the turn, and you start with the oldest vampire, which I believe is Tavi in this group. Let's see. So during your turn, you are the headliner. You get to set the stage. You get to make your choices. I do believe, let's see, you can either try to impress Mark, you can try to embarrass another player, which it seems like y'all are already doing that. Or neither, and you can just add to the story. Another player can declare a sabotage or an assist, whichever is declared first. So the headliner is going to roll after you kind of play out your scene. If you roll a 2 or a 5, I believe. I might need help, Candy.
Yeah. So if you roll a 6, it's you actually succeed and you get an extra token for your job security. If you roll a 5, you actually get a chance to roll again to see if you can succeed. But at that point, someone can declare a sabotage. And so with that, the saboteur gets to roll instead of you, and they actually determine, if they're able to sabotage you and you don't get a token. If you roll a 3, that's just sort of, the scene falls flat, nothing really happens. And then if you roll a 2, that one you get to again roll again. And on that one, someone can declare an assist. So you can only do a sabotage on a 5 or an assist on a 2.
Okay, I see.
Roll. Yeah.
Gotcha.
And then a 1, of course, is the fail and you lose a token.
Did you write these rules as roll first before you play out your scene or your turn? Or roll
no, basically
after?
It's after. So you describe what you're doing and then, and then roll.
Wait, I missed. What happens on a 4? A 3 or 4?
Oh, sorry, 3 and 4. 3 and 4.
3 and 4. Okay.
Sort of the fall.
Yeah,
Actually,
will roll.
My bad. Yeah,
right?
sorry. I forgot about that. Yes.
So if you hit a 3 or a 4, I will roll to see your result, and that's off of a d6. It's likely nothing happens, but on a 1 you're going to lose a token, or on a 6 you will gain a token. So it's kind of that wild flavor, 30% chance. Very interesting.
This is basically a play test, y'all. So
Hey.
if I need to change anything, I'm trying to figure that out. With this.
Hell yeah, let's mosey on along. And with that pressure, Tavi, how do you want to take your turn with this scene?
So this tooth, y'all. So hold on.
Be a one fang vampire.
Oh no.
So Tavi is actually going to get a little bit closer to Tasha and just kind of see like if she is actually like out, or if she's like faking. She does notice the rash, like of course, but she wants to see if Tasha is actually out.
I have a narrative question really quick.
Yes.
For the table, canonically, do you think Mark in the Ages is a place that employs only vampires for the permanent acting gigs?
I would say so. Like the
Yeah.
major, like that's what these people are coming is because they want to interact with vampires and get the real deal. Even though they can play vampire, but they really need to have the supports and to the real thing to play off of.
Dope. Okay, so you definitely know that Tasha having a rash is hella wild in Vampire Town. Go ahead.
And so actually throughout this, I've been kind of like scratching my neck. Though I'm just like, oh, it's just, I'm just a little itchy. So I haven't like gone to look at anything. But anyway, so yeah, I want to see if she's actually out or if she's like faking. And so with this, I'm sort of basically trying to show Mark that I am kind of trying to take charge and to see, what I'm doing. So I'm gonna roll here. Don't be a 1. It is actually a 2. So if anybody would like to assist, they can. If not, I will go ahead and roll again for my little second chance. And basically what I do at this point is I just kind of like tap her kind of lightly on the shoulder, on the cheek, and to kind of see. Nothing like too hard or anything. But so with that's my additional, and then I'm going to roll again. And that is a 1. So I actually lose a token. I am not able to find out anything.
Yeah, I think you're very convinced. Like you may be a little bit frantic and want to get this scene handled because like the quicker this is covered, the easier Mark will be impressed. And you're very convinced. Like you keep tapping on her face and she's not moving, but you're convinced that Tasha is just being a bitch and just like she is fucking fine and she's just trying to ruin everything for you. So like you're very like distraught and you're dead set. You think she's just lying. She's just being an actor. And but she is indeed unconscious at this point. Sorry for that token. You see Mark in the background looking at you, looking around. Just gives you a soft nod. A little bit of nose flare.
Oof.
Order of operations for scenes. Who's headlighting? Do you pass the spotlight yourself or do we go in age?
It's the age. Yeah. So
okay.
Just go down. Yeah.
I think I said it was 3 months.
Yeah. So we got Dylan is a five month babby. Yeah. Anita is 10 months.
Yes, Anita's next.
So yeah, what would you like to do?
I see that Tavi is trying to rouse Tasha and obviously didn't succeed. And so I have the ability to sort of like melt into the shadows. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that and sort of go behind the fainting couch and really try and rouse Tasha and figure out what's going with her because Marceline is just already screwing up ridiculous amounts. And I need somebody who is a professional that can handle my script.
Yeah, I'm sorry, I missed that. You were going to use a vampire power?
I am. So that's what I'm gonna do. So I'm gonna go ahead and sort of shrink into the shadows and I'm gonna go over to Tasha and I'm gonna pinch her really hard and see if
pinch
I can
her where?
I'm gonna pinch her in the lonjas. I'm gonna right on the
yeah.
if she has any, but
she's all corseted up and you're like, no, we're gonna do it.
So just where the corset meets the butt, just right there and just a good pinch.
Yeah.
That should get anybody going.
Yeah.
She's lucky she's laying down, otherwise I'd credit card her. So yeah.
Strong mom energy, like here to embarrass you on stage. Give us that sweet roll.
It is a 6.
Ooh, okay. So mechanically, you gain a token. You are on your way to job security. I think as you pinch her, it's like you know Tasha, and you know she's pretty particular about her body. So like pinching her anywhere near the what would be considered love handles or a muffin top, especially while wearing a corset, and she's very self-conscious. You feel her stir, but you know that she's not pretending. She would have jolted right up knowing that you pinched her in the love handles. So yeah, she's alive, but definitely not feeling well. And this rash is starting to creep up into her cheek on one side.
So
Do you pass that information along to anyone? What do you do?
I do. I sort of slink back into the shadows, and I go to Dylan. I said, "There's really something wrong with this chick. Like,
Yeah,
there's something wrong."
That's what I've been trying to say. I think we need to call it and get her some help.
Yeah, that's kind of. She shouldn't be red.
Yeah,
None of us are red anymore.
No, at all. The fact that she has any color is disturbing. So, what can we do? Can you help me? I guess help me get her out of here so we can get her help, or at least get a medic in here.
Well,
I honestly, I don't want to touch her now, seeing that the rash is spreading.
Maybe I should go wash my hands.
I think at that point, like you're whispering, and Anita, you've done this in a way that's caught some of the other actors' attention, and I think a man that goes by a stage name of Darcy comes over and starts acting out a scene with Tasha, and is like, "No, my love, why have you forsaken me? Please take me back." And he like gently scoops up Tasha's unconscious body and carries her bridal style off the stage. And you know that they're on the way to like the wing space of the ages, to where the actors always change and get set for whatever room they're preparing for. But yeah, Darcy carries her off. So technically she is off stage and you don't have to worry about that, but you are acutely aware that she has a rash, and it seems to be related to her inability to stay awake.
Yeah. So I'm gonna I guess make my way over to Tavi and go, but not too close. Like, I'm definitely keeping my distance from Tavi. And Miss Tavi, have you did you happen to touch Miss Miss Tasha?
Yeah, just a little bit on her cheek.
Okay. That's fantastic. Great acting, by the way. But also, I think that you may slightly kind of be infected with whatever rash is on Miss Tiffany.
I think canonically, like Dylan, you're so new. You've only been here a week and you're trying really hard. You're like, it's Tasha. But you're like,
who is Tiffany?
Love it.
Maybe. I don't know. And
So
Tavi
I wouldn't do
walks over to like one of the like elaborate mirrors that's sort of hanging. She goes, "I don't see anything. I've been a little itchy, but I don't see anything just yet. I just got here, so
Same.
for my shift. No, for my shift. So
Okay.
I don't know. I guess I'll keep an eye on it and see.
I would also probably like wash your hands, or not touch anyone else, or
You look behind you, and Marceline is shaking everybody's hand. Like their two hands to their one hand. Like, so glad you're here. Sit down.
Oh god. Oh god. Do I still have a turn, or was that just my turn talking to Tavi?
You can make it what you want. Like, I think you're allowed to do something. Poor little nervous Dylan. Please do something. Are you trying to embarrass someone? What are you gonna do?
I think that Dylan is trying to limit the contact that is happening right now. And so I think that Dylan is gonna no, Dylan is going to try and use like telekinesis to like maybe like a flash of light over by Marceline. That is just like, it's just unflattering, right? It's like a bright like a floodlight kind of comes on in front of Marceline, as a way to like get Marceline to kind of back away, stop touching people.
So bright.
Why don't you go ahead and roll? See what we get out of this. You're
Okay.
trying to use your baby vampire powers.
My baby vampies to just turn on a light, you know. 3. I got a 3.
Oh, are you
Ooh.
okay? All right, it's my turn. It's my turn. What am I gonna roll? Okay. Well, Mark also got a 3, so nothing happens. Marceline is free to go about that scene however they want. Like, ooh, headlights for me.
Wow. Oh, that overhead lighting somehow really works. Oh, it's so good to see you. Sit over there. So are you, Dylan, are you?
Yeah, I there's nothing else that was all I had.
Yeah,
Okay.
Mark sees you, and though he acknowledges that Dylan, you're engaging in powers that are new to you, is kind of does a little smirk and is just like, kids.
I'm gonna look at him.
Me,
that's-
Jess, Dylan, Mark.
Love.
Our babyest vampire. Is it your turn?
It is. So Marceline has kind of been like aggressively getting all the guests to sit down, and I think it's kind of like it's close to time for like the dinner party to finally start. Everybody is sitting. Marceline is not at the Tavi, would you be at the head of the table? Probably.
Yeah.
Okay, so the vampires are like, we're all on your side of the table, Tavi, but you've got like the really, really nice spot. And because like Marceline was like, interacting with the guests and everybody, and you two were trying to sort out what was happening with Tasha, she is going to go ahead and sit down right on the you have like this glorious like full back chair with like red velvet, like it's carved and there's like lions and tigers on like the armrests. The back maybe has like a bat or something. Very elaborate, maybe like gold gilt all the way along it, very fancy. So yeah, Marceline's just gonna pull that chair out for themselves and she will sit right down there, and with her power of suggestion, they want to kind of suggest to everybody that they are in fact the head of this show and they are running it. And Tavi, who is that? Ha! I've never even heard of that name. So let me give you a roll.
Spicy. Feel like you're trying to sabotage without even sabotaging.
5?
Oh,
What does that mean again?
I would like to sabotage.
yeah.
I would
so
also like to sabotage.
double
only one-
sabotage. Can that happen?
Only one person can sabotage.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it seems like Marceline's got it out for you and really is coming home. The audience feels like they're about to be in it, to win it. And Tavi, you have one moment. What are you going to do to sabotage this?
So what I am going to do is, let's see.
Got like my elbows and my arms on this beautiful long table with like, what color's a tablecloth? Gold? I don't know. Something obnoxious. They're sitting at it ever so delicately.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually walk past her. And because this is my usual chair, I do know that one of the legs is a bit wobbly. And so I'm going to see if I can kind of kick that leg out and just make Marceline just go tumbling.
Okay. Yeah. So with the sabotage, the saboteur is going to roll. You need to roll a 5 or 6 if you want this to succeed in your favor.
Oh no. Ah!
Nice.
Oh, okay. So with the saboteur rolling and you successfully roll a 5, does that mean it negates the Marceline's ability to roll a second dice?
Yes, it does.
Oh,
And
you rolled the second dice and you won. And you lose a token.
Yeah, you lose a token.
Ooh. Does Mark not think that I'm as good at this as I am? Or is it because I fell over?
It's
I don't know how that happened.
Yeah.
So weird.
Yeah, I think as you stumble, Marceline, or if Tavi, you're looking for approval over at Mark. Mark kind of did that half like shrug, like they were going to get up from their seat, and looks at you and was really hoping better out of Marceline. It's really not a good look to stumble on stage, let alone fall over from a chair.
I don't know what happened. I'm covered in dust now. So weird. Oh, that chair. So dangerous.
For anyone in the audience, or perhaps one of you two, you might notice that with that disapproval at Marceline, you might notice a glint in Mark's eye. And it's clear if you're studying and if you've paid attention to Mark's behavior that you can see he knows you know, he knows you did it, and he's very impressed. Tavi really went out there and was no holds bar, and he's like, shit, yeah.
Oh my
Okay.
goodness. Do they get a token for this? Like, because, or do they just have like Mark's like undying approval?
Yeah, I think just narrative flavor. There's no extra. You got some sauce, but we're not there yet on job security. Yeah, you're okay. It's okay. Do we stick to that turn order? Is that kind of like circular how we go? Okay, so like we're back at the top of the round. Reminders. So Tasha was carried away by another actor, Darcy, back into the wings, and you've done your duty. Mark has observed you all in one way or another. How do you want to handle your next spotlight moment?
So with Marceline actually kind of tumbling over in the chair, I'm actually going to like play the like, oh, are you okay? Like let me help you.
Oh, please.
And she's just gonna like kind of ham up the helping of Marceline and kind of dragging the chair off and just kind of bringing everything back to order. So she's going to sort of impress, like she's seen that Mark is like, okay, interesting, but now wants to kind of play up the acting a little bit. And so it's just going to ham it up and all that. And so let's see if this works.
Wow, you're pushing your luck over there, Tavi.
Yeah.
You see the quirk of an eyebrow from Mark.
3.
Okay. It is up to the dice. Let's pray for you that digital dice are on your side. Wow, Mark is very hard to please. Mark is this neutral party over here. Mark also got a 3. So looking at you like quirked eyebrow, like is this supposed to be amusing?
Oh my god.
Like I already know, like you did it. I suppose this is entertaining from the story standpoint.
Okay.
I've already forgotten the turn order. Anita needs to come back, right?
Oh yeah. So I am watching all of this and saying, of course they're off script. They're always off script. And so I really want them to stop and go back on script. And I noticed that on each of them, their arms seem to be getting this reddish hue. And I'm a little bit grossed out, because I've had the chance to run and wash my hands, and everything seems to be fine for me. But they are starting to get the same sort of hue that Tasha had. And so I'm going to go over to Tavi and simply remind them that they have a script they need to be on, and give them a line, welcome to the party. Let's get on with the dinner party. Stick to the script.
Yes. Yes, we do need to keep this going. Yes, welcome to the dinner party. If everyone can take their seats, please.
And then I'll walk over to Marceline and I'll be like, did you wear gloves today on purpose? Just to sort of bring their attention to the fact that their hands are turning colors.
And then she's gonna start screaming. Ah!
Nothing like a good old stage scream.
Oh yeah.
Yes, Anita, would you like to see how you rolled for this?
Oh, sure. Yeah. A 4.
Ooh, what does that mean?
Dope. Mark also has to do the thing. And come on, Mark, give literally. You know what? Yeah, okay. Dope. Mark's got a 2. So still nothing happens. That's okay.
Mark.
Something
That's
I might
okay.
need to change.
Yeah, we can figure out the stats and chaos there. So Mark's looking and I was like, typical. Anita is the script writer, wants everyone to stick to the script. Maybe there's a hint of oh, you did some crowd control, so I'm impressed. All the LARPers are now sitting at the dinner table, and we're all audience members are in their seats. And then you made a moment happen with Marceline. Marceline makes this giant stage scream. But is it a stage scream?
Holding her hands up to her face. What? I don't know. What's happening?
Yeah. So no tokens, unfortunately, gained for Anita, but the mood has certainly shifted in this room. With that, is it Dylan's turn?
Before you start,
go
Dylan,
ahead.
I have a question. Marceline, how long have you been on your shift today?
Because I'm actually an editor.
Oh, that's
I probably
right.
got here earlier to do editing
Okay.
work, because maybe we're filming this.
Okay.
So they got here quite early, so they've been here for a little bit now.
Okay, cool. All right, sorry, go ahead, Dylan.
So as Marceline lets out this stage scream, I realized that Marceline has also touched what I'm assuming are at least some bare hands of the other Patreons.
Oh, yeah.
And I imagine they're beginning to I'm seeing some red splotches on some hands. This isn't good for the overall production. Also, how am I gonna light? I haven't adjusted for this kind of lighting. The reds, I don't know what to do. So Dylan is going to go over to Marceline and oh no, Dylan doesn't have a long shirt on, but Dylan probably has maybe a napkin or something in their tool belt, and is going to use that to kind of tap on Marceline's shoulder and say, let's go wash our hands. And also we should probably tell everyone else to wash their hands.
This has to be a part of the show, though. We can't just tell them to wash their hands.
Oh, well, everyone seems to be getting a rash. Do you want a rash?
This is a rash? I
No, it's not a rash. Definitely not a rash.
It's just paint, right? That's all that blush that I need to put on my face. I think I touched it on my...
Don't touch your face.
Oh, too late.
Okay. This is awesome. So, and so Dylan is going to try to use telekinesis to maybe like knock the goblet of like blood over. Yeah.
I love it. It's the goblet of blood like over the fireplace or something.
Yeah. No, like this is gonna be a bigger spectacle because like Dylan is trying to get everyone basically to like stop the scene, wash your hands, and then we can come back to this, right, y'all? This is something people are passing out now. And so like maybe so like with the way that the table is set up, like when the chair was knocked out, maybe I use my telekinesis to like pull on the table runner. And that would just clink and pull a bunch of plates and cups all over the place, so that people had to go and clean up and hopefully in that process wash their goddamn hands.
I mean, it sounds like you have to roll to see if messes and clatter is something that people want to leave for.
Okay. Oh. That was a 1.
Oh.
What does that mean again?
Yeah.
I'm very excited for this.
Baby Dylan is gonna lose another token.
Dylan,
Or is-
you're gonna get fired.
I think this is the first.
This is the first one.
It's the first
Okay,
one,
yeah,
yeah.
this is the first one for Dylan. But like maybe because it's the first one, this hits hard because like it's your first week.
Yeah. Yeah. This is definitely not how I imagined this going.
I think you pull the very expensive tablecloth, you cause the commotion, and the room falls silent. Everyone, all eyes on you.
Oh, wash your hands.
I think at that point you see Mark stand up and storm out of the room.
Sorry.
Is and how do you want to deal with that? You lose a token, and what do we've got quite the scene here.
Yeah.
Poor baby. Is be Marceline's turn unless anyone wants to kind of help narratively play out a little bit more of that.
So I think I'm I think I'm gonna call a reset actually.
Okay.
To the
Yeah.
scene,
Absolutely.
right? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna stand up in front of the audience. Excuse me, everyone. It seems that we're having a few technical difficulties today, and if we're just gonna take a 5-10 minute break, so people can go get cleaned up and get sort of a reset started, because we want to give you a good show, and so I think a reset would hopefully attain that goal, and so please, if there seems to be something going on, you may want to go stop by a restroom and wash your hands real quick, but please do that and come back in about 10 minutes.
I think that's beautiful. I think you see, the rich hoity-toity LARPers kind of scoff at you, but like, fine, I guess. We did need to get more into character, and the ambiance needs to be set. And the audience is kind of like, sure. I mean, it's all good, I guess. I'm having a good time. I think everyone's fine. So like, yeah, intermission. I also think if our lovely producer's around, this would be a perfect time to take a 5-minute break in the real world as well. Maybe.
I did not
yeah.
spill stuff all over my lap, if that's what anyone's wondering.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I've been drinking caffeine to keep me alive, so I need to take a bio. So I'm going to encourage the audience to take a bio as well and enjoy, hydrate, have breakfast, have lunch, do what you need. And we'll be back in like 5 to 10-ish minutes.
Yeah.
Bye. Question. Hello, everyone. Theoretically, we are back live on cam from the break. Oh, bless these beans. I just feel very honored and very excited to be here in the sense that I couldn't ask for a better supporting cast. Like, I'm nervous to be a facilitator and I feel really good. I feel really good being here. I feel well loved and supported and living my best vampire life. And really, I just get to sit here and be judgy of you all. So, like, thank you, Candy, for giving me that role. But yeah, we've got about 45-ish minutes left in this stream. Don't forget !charity if you want to find the information, the donation link if you are able to. But with that being said, we just went on intermission in scene. And who would like to set the new scene?
Actually, before we do that,
Yes.
on intermission, actually, I'm gonna go wash my hands because everybody's doing it. But I would like to go track down Mark.
Okay. And you're the oldest vampire, but you're also the most senior of this group in the ages, right? Okay. At this point, you would know Mark's habits. So when he's unimpressed, he's usually off lurking in the wings where the actors are busy in between scenes. So you probably can find him there.
Okay. So I go up to him and I go, Tabby Duskwood at your service, sir. But please, oh, sorry. I totally messed that up because that's not what exactly what I wanted to say, but I'm
retcon it. Let's go. Yeah.
Okay, all right.
From the top.
Okay,
Make it drop.
Octavia Duskwood at your service, sir. But please call me Tavi. So there's a bit of something going on with maybe some rashes or something with some of the actors. So I think we've gotten everything straightened up after this intermission, and I would like to invite you back to the audience to hopefully see us do a whole lot better.
Tavi, you do know I signed the checks. You're on my payroll. I find this very excessive that you came up to me and wasted my time and the air I don't need to give me your government name. You know I don't like a brown noser.
My apologies, sir. But I wasn't sure. I mean, I've been here a bit, but I wasn't sure if you knew me. We haven't met face to face.
That you know of.
And Tavi kind of like wonders, like, does he have some mind erasing ability or something?
Jess? Oh God, I'm so sorry. Mark, the less you know, the better.
And so with that, Tavi just, I'm just gonna turn around a bit defeated, but head back to restart the scene.
Valid. Yeah, I think he wanted to challenge you, so he left you a little defeated. He's not here to coddle you, but that's not to say he doesn't like you. Okay. So I imagine I don't want Dylan to be relegated to being a tech shuffling nerd. Like, you have other lackeys who are kind of like regrouping and bringing the audience back in. Let's say Marceline, roll me a d6 for funsies.
3.
Okay. You one half of the ushers, as they're bringing people in, does have a little hand sanitizer bottle and offering that as they walk through. The other usher can't be bothered, so it's kind of a 50-50 if everyone washed their hands or if they got at least sanitized at the door. But everyone's kind of coming back in. The LARPers are kind of standing around in a corner waiting for the actors to take scene and break into a new situation. And I think after everyone, the audience members sit down, you kind of see Mark saunter in. And instead of sitting with the audience this time, they're going to be off to the side, standing, leaning against the wall, kind of eyes covered with his hat.
So intimidating.
Ugh.
All right. I think Marceline, like before, like we really start to pick back up, like just as like our intermission is ending. Anita. I didn't read the rest of the script.
Not surprising.
You know, I just got busy. I really had to reapply my makeup.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, it's like this thick now. You know, it's getting good. So, what are we doing here?
Well, so you're hosting a party.
Oh,
Remember,
yeah.
gracious and welcoming, less shouty this time, shall we?
Okay.
Maybe channel your grandmother instead of your mom.
Okay. Yeah. I could try that.
Okay. Just definitely more welcoming, and you definitely want to make sure that everybody is having a good time. And also, don't forget that you are supposed to compliment without insulting everybody at the party.
Ooh, is that like a hard rule?
It you know, as a gracious Victorian host, they were excellent at complimenting and making people feel welcomed.
Yeah.
Yes, while still, you know, portraying this air of I'm better than you. Okay, so you should be real good at that, right?
Okay. And like they'll look around and like kind of like lock eyes on the first guest and stroll over. Welcome. And then she's gonna aggressively pinch their cheeks, just like her grandma would do to them. So good to see you. You know, I can't wait until you can fit into those shoes. And then go on to the next person.
How long is Marceline been a vampire?
I think only like 3-4 months.
Yeah, it's like you were like, I was born for this. I am ready to peons.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh yeah. And Dylan, what are you up to?
So as you're pinching people's faces, Dylan is trying to compose themselves because they definitely just caused the entire scene to stop. And so I think that they are going to be going around to the LARPers and just making sure that they're, you know, doing okay. And maybe, you know, if someone looks like they might be, I don't know, touching their mouth or something, just give them a little hand sanitizer. Just trying to make sure, trying to smooth things over as much as possible, while also trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, because Dylan is not dressed up like everyone else. Dylan is a light tech, and so they are kind of a sore thumb being here. So
do you have a handle on your vampiric like speed? I can't remember. Do young vamps have speed and strength?
For this one, everybody has speed, but
Yes.
not strength. That has to
Okay,
be,
that's one of the
something that
options.
comes later. Yeah. Mhm.
Gotcha. Yeah, I mean, you all chose to be very young. The game calls you're younger than 3 years vampirically turned, but like y'all are like less than a year. Sounds Tavi. How's that speed looking on you? Do you think it's affected by your level of anxiety?
Yeah, 100%. I think that maybe, I don't know. I think that maybe Dylan would be maybe moving a little too quickly, maybe sporadically. And it's like the nervousness is now a physical movement instead of just like a personality situation.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I made this happen. I must correct it in any way possible. So like you can definitely see throughout the audience Dylan darting through the people, being like, okay, hand sanitizer, make sure you're comfy, you're good to go. Oh, let me adjust the lighting so it's not glaring in your face. I definitely see Dylan like too much unnatural speed. Maybe
to the point where it probably makes people uncomfortable.
Baby.
Yeah.
Dope. Okay. So yeah, we've kind of got this mysterious rash happening. You're settling in, the audience is settling in, and are we up at the top of the round at this point with Tavi?
I think Marceline
Anita
still needs. I thought you
I
went
really
last.
I should have
before
tracked.
Dylan, you went last before.
Yeah, I think
because you
Marceline
did the
didn't get a
spill,
turn.
right? You rolled.
Right.
So I
Yeah.
think Marceline.
Yeah, I don't think they got the turn.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so sorry, is it
So-
Anita or
No, it's
myself?
Marceline. Yeah, it's
Okay.
you.
Yeah, so I guess once we're all seated, even though Marceline is not at the head of the table, before like we completely quiet and before Tavi has like the chance to like tap a spoon on a cup to get like the attention, Marceline is gonna stand up. Oh wow, it's so wonderful you all took the time out of your very busy days to come here. You know, this day would just be perfect if everybody looked the part. But here we are, so we're all gonna have to do what we can. And the first order of business is what is happening to my hands? And Marceline will raise her hands, which like she kind of washed, but like Marceline has no hand washing like respect. Like she didn't do like the full 30 to 60 seconds. She didn't get in between like her little finger bits. So like their hands are still like getting redder and redder. We should probably figure this out since I am rather integral to this party and I'm getting a little sleepy. I'm trying to feel like how do I make that into a role?
I mean, Mark is here already, so like it's definitely a bold choice to just straight up come out and try. Like, are you trying to pass the rash as a part of the scene setting, or are you trying to be like, okay,
Yeah, I like that.
all right, dope. Why don't you go ahead and roll and see how much Mark is believing that this is the right route to go?
2?
Okay.
That's bad,
so
right?
2 is the option for someone to assist you, I believe. Otherwise, if no one wants to jump in, you can always add some flavor and re-roll. But yeah, it is now open because you rolled a little low. That someone else can help you out if they want.
I think I'll assist. And what I'll do is I said, part of the new scene is we want to make sure that everybody has the cleanliness, hands and face. And so I have the peons bring in these big ornate bowls of water and towels so that everybody at the table can properly wash in the Victorian manner. And I have like waiters come in and they're pouring water over this bowl as they're washing and cleansing and stuff.
Oh my God, I love that. I do believe if you stepped into the assist, you get to roll the second die,
Ooh.
hoping for a 5 or a 6.
Oh, I got a 1.
It's
Okay.
It goes poorly.
no,
Nice.
because they did it. Yeah, you don't lose a token. It just falls flat.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Which is unfortunate. I think Mark is like, oh God, they're trying too hard and it's really not setting the scene, but I guess everyone's gonna wash their hands. But these vampires don't even know what the fuck is going on at this point. So you're like, Mark was really waiting for you to understand the situation and is kind of okay, we'll go with this one.
Oh my god.
This was a choice.
Love.
Yeah, thank you for that assist, Anita. And B, does Marceline have anything else they want to kind of round out that with?
I think there was a moment when like it was clear that they were floundering and they looked very directly over at Tavi, but then it was Anita who ended up helping. So like kind of embarrassed by this whole thing, she just sits back down after like she has like that person helping them like properly wash their hands. Like her hands are just like out and they're washing her hands for her. She's just trying to keep it in. Hold it in, hold together.
Yeah, that's, sounds like it's key. Maybe a little vulnerable to an embarrass action. Marceline's the baby vampire, actually. So, like, now we're fully back to Tavi,
Okay.
right? Because
Yep.
you're only 3 months turned.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Okay.
And yes, you did just foretell.
Oh, no. Sorry, not sorry.
Love it.
So Tavi is actually going to go over to the already embarrassed Marcella and go, you know what? It's really starting to look pretty disgusting. You may want to go get that checked out. I think there might be sort of a witch doctor or somebody over in one of the other themed rooms. At this point, I don't know if we can put on a good show with this. And I'm going to roll to embarrass.
Yeah.
I see. The sass. I blame the suspenders.
They do give me a little extra sass. Oh my goodness. Okay, here we go. That is a 5. So
No,
unfortunately,
so close.
I know.
Okay, yeah, on a 2 to 5. Luckily for the person who is trying not to be embarrassed, embarrassed rolls are, pretty tame. 2 to 5s, you're gonna fall flat.
Something I might have to look at.
Yeah. Oh no! In this moment, I saw the Sith Lord. Rebalancing, methinks. I'm like, oh god. Cold-blooded, hell yeah, Tig. Okay, yeah, technically it falls flat, but in a way that I think, like, again, you can't get a read on Mark. Mark sees everything that you're doing, sees this rivalry, and you can't tell if Mark is hoping for an enemies to lovers situation in scene, or if maybe he's actually impressed with Tavi trying so hard to sabotage and embarrass Marceline. But like overall, at the very minimum, he is intrigued by you all.
I like that.
Yeah.
It's like as Tavi comes over with those accusations, like because it falls flat, I think Marceline kind of takes what you're giving them and they turn that into the scene. Disgusting? You think I'm disgusting? You need to help me. Aren't you a witch doctor? I know you have some witch capabilities in you at least.
I heard her say your mama.
I may be a bit of a witch, but not that type.
Well, somebody has to help me. Looks around towards all the LARPers and the other actors in the room, and then also at Anita, like, is this right?
Poor Anita.
Trying to
Like
salvage
Anita's
the
face palming
scene.
right now.
Yeah, I mean, if that was the embarrassed roll on the result, I guess that does blend straight into Anita. Like,
What's
up?
I am going to call Dylan over and be like, Dylan,
Yeah.
we this is this is not cool. I think somebody is sabotaging us, and it's not just Marceline.
Yeah, I mean, people are passing out, so you're probably right. That's probably right.
Did you notice that the humans in here are not having any issues? It just seems to be the vampires.
You know, now that you mention it, yeah.
I think
Because humans are disgusting.
I mean,
They
but
wash
they're
their
and they
hands.
might be, they wash their hands and they're fine. And even when Marceline was touching their cheeks, they're not affected.
Yeah.
So somebody is targeting just the vampires.
I think it was those pictures over in the Egypt room.
The Egypt, you think? I keep writing them gold. I really do. And then, much like Marceline, they just do whatever the hell they want. What the heck am I supposed to do?
We should sabotage them back.
Okay, so what's the link though? Like, okay, so we know it's the vampires, but and we know that Marceline spread it. But what the heck is she spreading?
Bad acting.
I mean, obviously, but I mean, there's got to be other things that what did she do? What changed at the beginning of the scene? I don't get it. I am going to. I think what I want to do is I want to slink in the shadow and start investigating and drop a line to Tavi to try and embarrass Tavi, because it seems like she's just trying a little too hard. And I'm gonna be like, you realize that you're turning red too, right? Just slink in the shadow and just, just to, that, how the psychosomatic itching thing, like you got a little something on your neck right there.
Goes around, comes around, bitch.
I guess it is starting to look a little red now.
I got a 5.
Oh, so close. One of these embarrasses. Yeah, you know what? I may agree with Candy. Maybe a 5 to 6 would be for a 2.0 Cutthroat. Those will be the success. But yeah, a little bit. Instead of a womp womp womp, it's just kind of a almost. So yeah, I feel like maybe Tavi was a little embarrassed, but something you've done with much worse in your mortal life, and now in your vampiric life, you're like, you're all babies. you're old enough. You're past that first year of vampire life, and you're like, no, you know nothing about the immortal plane. Poor Tavi. Yeah. Okay. So, do we think it's Egypt? House Egypt is upon you?
Yeah. So Dylan, after talking with Anita and experiencing Marceline, Dylan now thinks that Marceline is working with Egypt to sabotage us so that Marceline can have the star role in Egypt. Because like the star role is what Marceline is after, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, also Marceline was like super rude to Dylan when they walked in. It was, yeah, so Dylan is going to use telekinesis to basically like try to get Marceline out of the scene. And so that little container that had the makeup in it, that is Dylan is basically going to use telekinesis to try and dump that, but like on like the chest area. So like kind of like just out of nowhere,
Not
it comes
the
over
bosom.
the shoulder, and it's just like, yeah, like it's all over the place, you know?
Oh my goodness.
Let's roll to see if any of that happens.
We're not being very nice to our guests.
I brought this upon myself. This is fun.
That's a 2.
Okay.
That's the help one, right?
Yes, you have
Or
the
just
option to
embarrass?
an embarrass is, I think, an action you take at your turn with the spotlight
Okay.
as an option. So you can do a regular roll or you can do an embarrassed roll. But yeah, with your regular roll of a 2, that opens up the floor for someone else to kind of help you succeed in this scene, or you can continue to add a little flavor and re-roll.
I will assist.
Why do you say that with so much pain? Like,
Because the Sith.
Oh, wait. This is a regular roll, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I will never question you
I
again.
am unsure if I want to assist.
Wow.
We'll remember
Sure.
this.
You know what? Yes. We'll do an assist. And so because I've heard you all talking about the Egypt room and possibly Marceline working with them, I am going to sort of slink back into a shadow real quick, so nobody sees me. I don't have like mist, but my power is to shapeshift. And I've had some dealings with Cleopatra, the actress who plays Cleopatra in the Egypt room, and she's been not too nice. And so I'm going to shapeshift into the Cleopatra actress, and I am going to kind of walk over to Marceline, and I'm going to say, "You're not doing a very good job." Just kind of whisper, so maybe she hears it, and maybe like a few other people like just in the vicinity hears it. Because I'm at this point, I'm trying to get into her head. I'm trying to see if she's actually, if they're working.
Oh, you know I'm
That's
gonna
gonna be
put you
my
on the
assist.
spot.
Uh-huh.
You know I'm gonna put you on the spot.
Uh-huh.
Sorry. No, I realized I'm in 2 places. There's a new the next call is happening and they're like listening to me. My bad. Anyways, I'm gonna put you on the spot and you have to describe to me, what does the Egyptian princess look like and what is this NPC's name?
Okay. So the Egyptian princess, you know who she looks like? Oh God, what's her name? Iman. Yeah, the actress. Yeah, looks like Iman. Very like just cheekbones galore. Yeah. Yes, all cheekbones. And the actress's name is actually going to be Adiola.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And she's just tall and like slender, all cheekbones, and she looks imposing.
Oh my God. I was a bad queer and did not catch up on the Met Gala. So I'm like, ooh, fast Google. I'm like, oh, okay. Damn. Now I'm like, oh, you transformed into this? Okay, that's fine.
Stunning.
All right.
All right. I guess you gotta roll.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it's a 5. It works.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So Dylan, you were trying to dump
that little powder,
the setting
makeup
powder or like blush,
yeah,
like loose blush or something.
Yeah.
Say more makeup words.
Makeup words.
Highlighting power.
Contouring.
Contact kit dropped on the ground. Perfect. So I think like Marceline doesn't notice Dylan at all in like the floating container that's about to be dumped over her head, because Addie, her friend and coworker and interloper, is whispering something into her ear. So like Marceline, like they freeze, and that is enough for them to be coated in this powder, and they start to sneeze, and their entire body starts to like sizzle a little bit. And it's not a good time. That stage scream that you heard earlier turns into a real scream. And I think it's my turn.
Yes,
That's
it is.
perfect. Oh, you did that. Wow. Okay.
Oh gosh. Okay, so I have the power of suggestion. I need to figure out how can I utilize that. No, I think it's fitting that like within like that pained and frustrated scream, Marceline just sticks her arms out. I need everybody to clean me right now. Use your hands, use your tongues, I don't care. Get this off of me. And let's see if she gets any help or if they are just going to start to sizzle a little bit more.
Yeah. Oh no.
1.
Okay.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah. You absolutely said that out of your mouth. And totally valid. It's a panic response. You're kind of sizzling, but I think all of these big money LARPers are looking at you like double checking their ticket. Like, I didn't sign up for that show. Right? So they're just like very confused what kind of show this is at this point. And yeah, you're gonna end up losing a token. Mark really is all about saving face and seeing you just
Oh, I'm crying.
beef it. Yeah, and I'm just like, you know what? I think it gets to the point where you see him kind of push himself up against the wall and he starts walking towards you.
Oh, hi.
And I think he will not forcefully, but gently, grab the back of your elbow and whisper in your ear, "This is not how you handle a sabotage." No. Sizzling will happen. As a vampire, you will have to handle more than this. You should never let Egypt upstage the Victorian era.
Egypt promised me the role. As my dog barks in agreement.
Yes, indeed.
They promised me! And how this happened? Did you see Cleopatra? Addie, I swear it was Addie. Ugh.
It's a bite-on-bite world. You don't listen to promises here. You have to rely on yourself and your room. It's competition.
That's not fair.
Go on. Walk off. Don't even try to pretend this is part of the show.
Okay.
Go wash up.
Sizzling. And she'll like sob her way out the room. Dylan, you wave.
Dylan, you wave! Oh, man.
Oh, dead.
Sashay
Dead.
away.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. How are you feeling? We gotta help out Marceline? What's the situation, my lovelies?
So I think Dylan is gonna chase after Marceline because Dylan feels bad because of all the silver that was in the makeup and was just like, and this Dylan's inner monologue is like, this is why you don't do bad things to people, because then it goes overboard. And so Dylan is like super nervous and thinks that like they're gonna get fired for like, the little thing of doing this. So Dylan's going to chase after Marceline and try to help to dust some of the stuff off, but like with like a towel so that like they don't have to also interact with it. And they're going to say, you could have just told us that Egypt was gutting after us and we would have stuck next to you.
What? I thought I had to. Isn't this kind of like a lone vampire situation?
Doesn't have to be. Why does it have to be?
I thought I had to cut throats and, I mean, metaphorically, to make it to the top. Were you willing to help? Please get behind my ear. There's a lot of burning there.
Sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, we can stick together and work together so that we all don't get totally fired.
That's really Nice. I mean, you know that Anita yells at me, and Taffy is always trying to upstage me. I don't know that they'll never work with us to sabotage Egypt.
I mean, why not? You know?
Because I've never asked, and I feel like if I did ask, it would go badly.
Well, I mean, things are not gone too great tonight to begin with.
I did a great job, and then I didn't do a great job, and then my exit was probably fabulous. But,
That's a
some
word.
help would be good. Just maybe.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. And we can all work together to make sure that Egypt learns to not fuck with us.
Yes. Okay, let me rinse off, and then I will meet you right back in that room.
Awesome.
Yeah, dope. Was this like a role? Are you trying to like secure the job of the room?
Yeah, I guess. Sure.
Yeah, one less hurrah trying to gain a token for Dylan.
Yeah. Let's see. That was a 1.
Oh no.
Yeah,
That
I
was a
think
1.
I think Dylan did not understand the assignment of Mark's theater, and like teamwork makes the dream work might work in the mortal realm, but maybe not in the vampire theatrical realm. So like you kind of steered Marceline wrong, but maybe Marceline in the back of their head knows the real truth and is waiting for you to learn that hard lesson. So oh no. While Dylan is making sad stories, what was happening with Anita?
She is desperately trying to bring in another actor to continue her scene, preferably one that is not so dramatic and can follow direction.
Yeah, I think you're easily able to find one who has only a smallest modicum of ambition. Like upstaging Marceline is probably a bonus for them, but not like they're not super pressed. So they're like, yeah, what's a script? I'm not. Just let's do this. But yeah, I think the stage as Marceline exits and is cleaning himself up, you find a new actor, and he is very handsome, has, you know, that Dorito bod and well-tailored suit, and is ready to follow Anita's cues down to the T, is very much a rule not breaking vampire. And Anita, do you want to roll to see how well this actor
Who
shines
follows
under
direction.
your script? Yeah.
A 2.
Okay.
Very handsome.
I will assist.
Okay. Right
is
now,
your himbo?
right now,
Yeah.
handsome man is head empty. So you're gonna need that assist.
And I'm actually going to coach the new actor a little bit real quick.
Hell yeah.
And, yeah. And so like here's the script. Like this is what you need to show. Like I need a little bit more passion from you, and you know, those things like that. And so let's see. Let's go for this. 5.
Dope.
So you gain a token.
Nice.
Anita, yeah, I think you're rounding out this evening's event. The tickets are all the LARPers understand that this is the end, but it feels very confusing. Like this night has been perplexing for them. And then they're like, I'm not upset at staring at a very handsome man being like, why, yes! We are the best in the land, and I am so rich, I must distribute my wealth so that everyone can look as beautiful and dress as wonderfully as me. And no one questions why Anita has written a script for a very narcissistic, handsome man. But everyone loves it.
And then for my last thing, I am going to address everyone, the audience and the group. Now that the bad apple has left the group, left the room, I think we can actually start off on a better footing and make this a marvelous production. And so with that, let's get started. And then, so I'm going to roll one last embarrass. even though Marceline's not there.
Talk
Yeah.
about cutthroat bolo tie
Yeah.
suspenders over there. Jeez. Okay, do the roll.
Oh, it's cocked.
Of course, it's cocked.
No cocky.
Mm-hmm.
You
It
gave
was.
that one.
And it is a 3, so nothing.
Good try.
Everybody just
Tavi.
sees Tavi as the petty
Change a little bit
Yeah.
the petty
Tavi-
actor.
Yeah, you get all those theatrical nicknames. I think Tavi's getting close to getting the tag like Tavi the Tryhard. Maybe there's some pity for Marceline, and people really do believe in that overacting and shining of the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I guess you technically solved the mystery in a roundabout way. It was inner sabotage within the acting stage. Damn you, Egypt. But yeah, is everyone satisfied? Do you need one last scene, Marceline? Can't be crying in the bathroom.
No, that's true. I
Yeah.
think like after like they're able to kind of like wash themselves, like swap out clothes, they put on like sweatpants and like a really comfy hoodie. They don't have like 5 layers of makeup on anymore, and they come in holding like what do video editors hold? I think I gave them like a red pen as their item. So they come in with like that, and like of course they have like glasses on. And in the least amount of like loudness, they just kind of like sidle on in, sit down to Dylan and look over at them. So you're wrong and your shoes are really ugly. And they go back to the dinner party.
Oh.
I'm dying inside. I'm so sorry, Dylan. Marceline isn't though.
Rude. Damn.
Why
I
you gonna
thought we
pick
were
up
gonna
the
be
thing?
friends.
And just to like get a little bit of I'm just gonna
Little
go to
zhuzh in
Marceline
there.
and just say no, just say, you know what, you do seem to be looking a little bit better.
Oh, thank you, Dylan. Is she lying?
I don't know.
I think so. It's fine. Just sit up and smile.
Okay.
I think that is where we're gonna like fade to black and like kind of we'll do a quick flash forward. Final count. How many tokens does everyone have?
I have
think I-
7.
Hot.
What?
I
Hot.
have 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
4.
4 and
Three.
7. Wow, this is cutthroat, y'all.
Oh my Rita
Okay.
is the winner.
Yeah.
Anita Darling, yes, you flash forward and you're sitting across from a much smaller desk, and Mark is there. This time, with respect, the hat is off. The trench coat is replaced with a little business vest, and they are sliding over a contract for you to start writing the script for not the stage, but the top 3 stages.
Nice.
And it is up to you to cast the stages and the editors and the light tech. So you signed up to write, you get to stage manage.
Fine. Maybe I'll just pick the people that can actually follow directions. Dylan was nice enough.
Ooh.
A little innocent, but nice enough.
Yeah.
And definitely not Marceline.
Can't
And that
imagine
Tavi, maybe on the lower stage.
Well, that's how you really feel, Anita. Damn. And
Cutthroat.
yes, Cutthroat. That is where we close the curtains. Well
Yeah.
done, y'all.
Yay!
Thank you.
Dope.
That was so much fun.
What
Hell
a playtest,
yeah.
y'all. definitely got some a few changes I need to make, but
Some
thank you so much.
mechanics. But yeah, I mean, these are very compelling. I would have been literally lost without like the little scene bits and suggestions you provide in your doc. So I know our wonderful producer Mariam is in chat and has popped in the itch page for Cutthroat. Please consider buying it because it's dope and it's only going to get better, and I'm
Yes,
so
it
excited.
is.
We're going to have to do a 2.0 reunion.
Yeah.
And yes, take it away. Pass the torch around. Who wants to do the outros? You know what? No, Christy, go.
Yeah, so I'm still Christy. You can find me on Twitter at Family of ADV or Family of Adventures. Obviously, most of it is just retweeting from the Dicey Amazons, and occasionally I throw in information about my writing hobby. You can also catch me one Thursday a month teaching science concepts. If you jump into our Discord channel, you can give me suggestions on things you'd like to cover for Dicey Science, and I'm happy to answer questions because that's my job.
You're very good at it. I loved the tattoo discussion that you had. Thank you. Thank you. B?
Yeah. I have been Marceline Bubblegum playing the. I love playing these kind of characters, but it hurts my body and soul to be mean to people. But also, it's kind of nice to do it in a safe space. So thank you all, especially Pi. I was Pi and your human name, Candy. I was especially mean to you too. So thank you for letting me do that. If you're still interested in following such a cruel and unkind person as myself, you can catch me on Twitter as @B_Zelda. I'm a podcaster, streamer, writer, and community manager of the tabletop space.
Quite literally the busy bee, and not actually mean at all. A cinnamon roll that remains very enthusiastic and talented. So please go follow B if you're not already. But if you're here, you've probably already been following B. And support them, hire them to do things because they're awesome. Pi?
Yeah, I'm Pi. I'm not sad all the time. No, for real. Yeah, I'm Pi. You can catch me over at Dicey Amazons on some days and not on some days. Yeah, this has been a lot of fun. I can't wait to do more. I might pop back in a little bit later for the unscripted, unadulterated,
Unfiltered. There we go. We got it.
We were gonna get there someday.
I super appreciate you being here. I have a work friend crush on Pi, and it was dope to finally get to share a table. So this was excellent. And oh my God, it's Candy.
Hello, I'm Candy. I'm the executive producer of the Dicey Amazons, and I run all of the Dicey Amazon socials. So you're talking to me if you're ever talking to those accounts. I agree with B. I'm not a very mean person at all, even though my players like to call me Sith. That is only while playing tabletop games and not in real life.
Okay, I can get behind that.
But it was wow.
I agree with that statement.
But it was really nice to just kind of get out of character and be able to play, something like that. And it fits. I mean, Cutthroat, gotta
but you did write the game.
Yeah. So, so yes, I also wrote this game, and we'll definitely be upgrading or updating to a version 2 with layout and everything. So within the next week or two, look for an update on that. Let's see, what else? Thank you to our guest. Thank you, Jess, for facilitating for us. We love Jess at the Dicey Amazons, and thank you, B. I've been lurking at a bunch of your streams and seeing you do your thing, and you are awesome as well. So it was awesome to get to play with you for the first time. Woohoo! Yes. And I hope we can do some more.
Listen, I
Bet on
need
it.
you to be more aggressive. You're an aggressive Sith Lord of a GM. I need you to be aggressive. Like, if you, staring at the audience, are not following Dicey Amazons, if you're looking at the Heatopia stream and you haven't popped open a separate tab for Dicey Amazons, you should have been. And now you've learned your lesson, and you need to make sure you follow, subscribe. They have a whole freaking Patreon. They're doing content of all varieties, and, you know, I am a little sad, but I will have to rectify it. Kalia will eventually be at my table, but Kalia hosts almost every freaking Tuesday night a blurt of this and that, and you want knowledge and poetry and just amazing shenanigans? Come, please. The Diceys are beautiful. We love their talent, and we look forward to seeing more of their content. And I finally sucked some of it into our servers, so I'm looking forward to talking to all of you. Don't worry about me. The last thing I have to say is right above my head is a piece of Diverse Vampires art. I know Mariam posted the command in chat, but also on itch.io with Nala. Nala was a dope art director, art contributor, and a leader of the project of a zine collection of vampires, because all the vampires tend to be, you know, non-melanated pasty white bitches. It's the end of stream. I don't have wherewithal to be political. This is not that. Diverse Vampires is a collection of like 11 portraits, and they're all in different styles because we had 6 different artists, and they're fully rendered art. They're so beautiful. All weekend long, we've been slutty with a undercut. We're queer as heck. There's a very cyberpunk one. There's fangs. There's like a Maori-inspired one with tattoos. It's the bodies, the skin, the art. Please go support it. The personal use zine is beautiful, and it's only they're asking for $15. $15 for you to use the personal art. I think there's a commercial license that you can reach out to them. So if you wanted to highlight it on stream, that's a totally different thing. You pay all your artists. But yeah, go check out the zine. I'm Jess. Go by Burst of Hope on Twitter, they, them pronouns, and I'll be back. I don't have filters, so don't worry about me. I love you all. Everybody say bye.
Everybody say bye.
And stay tuned for Dracula Owes You Money.
Woo.